Good evening, lads. I have never seen the chat like this. You are on it tonight. My God, this is mad. I don't know if we're going to be able to keep up with the chat tonight, guys. Super special stream tonight. We are joined by someone who's kind of dominated our channel for the last couple of weeks. We're gonna have to get you guys to tell us as well if our sound is okay, because I've never had a guest on the stream before. And you're gonna have to put your microphone down there, Kaylee. Yeah, wow, a superstar. The chat will make your head spin. Like this is bonkers. Yeah. It is nuts. It is crazy. Right. We're going to give you a high-level overview of what's happening here tonight, guys, because a lot of you don't know the full story. You might have caught bits and pieces of it. I'm joined by a very, very special guest, a real-life racing driver, I know, in the midst of someone that we're all super jealous of. But rather than being jealous, we've kind of come together and, yeah, made it into something pretty cool, something that we're all very, very proud of. So I'll give a quick introduction to Kayls. She goes by Kayls. Kaylee is her real name. Kayls, do you want to say hi to everyone
Hi,
here? It's going to be the first time.
It's nice to meet you all. Yeah, no, it's good to be on here and see everyone in real life. Well, not real life, but get to know you all and hopefully see all of you soon, I suppose. Yeah, no, it's good to be here and
oh my God. Epic fat lip with the 30 months. We're gonna nice one. Epic fat lip says hi. I sound good, but maybe a bit low. I will shout a little bit louder. I'll wake my kids and everything just for you, Tugboat. Are you on the boat? Is there an echo? Oh, hang on. Then I can't speak too loud. There's a little bit of an echo when we both speak. Keith Logan shared it. All right, we'll get used to the volume levels, and I'm a little bit excited as well.
There's an echo on mine.
Yeah, so I just need to like stop talking when Kaylee's talking. So if you talk right now.
Me? Right now? Yeah. You hear me now?
So when she's speaking on her own, is everything okay? So like say, I don't know, A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G?
Okay. Well, Kayls has a bit of an echo when she speaks. Okay. There's an echo when she speaks.
Is it really bad now? Can you hear me okay now, or is it still a bad echo? That echo on her end. Tiniest echo, but all good.
Okay. Let me see. What can I do about that? Yeah, it only echoes if my mic is. Thank you, Tony. Cheers for that. Yeah, so we'll just have to try and not talk at the same time. We are in my ridiculously tiny little studio here. So yeah, we'll manage. And I'm yeah, just
stay quiet.
Yeah, okay. All right. So I'm going to just introduce the context here, guys. I need to use push to talk. Yeah, I wish OBS had push to talk on it. But yeah, that is the issue. That's fine. I'll just shut my mouth, and it will we'll get used to it all as it goes along. What I do want to do though, first and foremost, I want to might have the mic on the webcam. No, it's not. We're just sitting like she is literally a meter away from me. If you look at the box above my head, it is also the box right behind her. So there will be a little bit of that, but look, it's all good. I'm not racing tonight. Subtitles. Kenneth Sewell, cheers for the like. All right, we're going to have a quick recap, guys, on everything that has happened so far. And the best way to do that is to show where it all started. For those of you who have not seen it, let's just go to. I have to consult my notes here. Let's jump in here and go to the Instagram post that kind of kicked it all off. Let's pause the music. Ah. No sound from the video. Can you hear the video, Kayls?
Yeah, I can hear it. Yeah. Yes, I can hear it.
So she can hear it. So
Audio is clipping in and out.
that's really weird. No sound on your side, but it's being sent out on the stream. Anyway, you guys get the idea, right? That's the only time I need sound. No sound from videos. Sorry about that, guys. When I record it locally, the sound is there, so I don't know why that's happening.
No sound on Facebook, so
yeah, that's all good. Look, you get the idea. I will show it without the audio. Cheers, Tatiago. I'll show it without the audio because it does have subtitles on it. So let's just try that again. There will be no audio on the video. Here we go. So you just have to read.
Awkward silence.
We need someone in the corner doing the sign language. I'm aware there's no sound now, guys. Before someone in the chat says, "Hey, Lawrence, there's no sound, dumbass." No, I did hit the unmute button.
The video is muted on Insta, right, maybe.
I had it. Can you hear it now? Because I did unmute it. Feck the video, guys. Feck the video, right? You couldn't hear it even when it wasn't muted. This, as far as I'm concerned, this is a you problem. We could hear it fine. Okay, so that was where it all started, right? Yeah, no audio on the video. So there's no Facebook sound. Yeah, it's not just the Facebook thing; it's the whole stream. Flea McBaggins with 39 months. That is pretty impressive, Flea. You absolute legend. People nodding with no webcam on. Okay.
Let her tell us about her story.
She will. We'll get to that. So that video went bonkers, went completely like viral. The most viral video I've ever had. Thousands of views within hours. People donating. We hit €1,000 of donations within like 12 hours. It was completely bonkers. So the next day, I had never met Kayls at this point. And the next day I had to call her, had to get on the phone with her. Her phone was like buzzing all day. She'll tell you all about it in a while. Her phone was buzzing all day and she didn't know what was going on. She had to hear it from me, what exactly was going on. So then we got to the stage where I told her I was building her a sim racing PC and we raised a little bit of money for her. So that's kind of a high level overview of everything that we've done. I am absolutely parched as well. I'm going to open a drink in true Lawrence style. I'm going to open a drink and I'm going to invite Kayls to open a drink as well. Kayls my hero because she always beats Rob King in Boss.
Oh, guys. No, we actually battle until the last laugh. It's fine.
So I'm not drinking beer tonight because I asked Kayls if she was going to have a beer tonight, and she said no, she's concentrating on racing at the weekend. She's having a Coke. So in solidarity, I am on the Coke as well. Yeah, great point, Jean-Marc Giroux. We are only at €95 away from the target. It would be awesome if we can reach the target tonight. That would be absolutely class. Good idea. I've seen Kayls racing karts many times. She's a great driver, a great role model for younger girls to get into motorsport. That is class.
That's so nice. Thank you.
Kayls going to start streaming and take your audience.
Bless.
On the what? On the Coke. That's what we say. We don't have drug problems like you guys do. Not to that extent. Right. Let's move on to the next section here. That was kind of our overview of everything that's happened. That is in the wrong place. Let me just move that on stream there. There we go. William O with the 20 months, absolute legend. You guys, a lot of you know my, this whole story, Potato Nation and all this cool stuff. What a lot of you want to hear is you want to hear Kayls' story. You guys want to hear, and I know you do. You real drivers don't have a fifth gear gear. You guys want to hear donation link. Type !race car in the chat, and it will give you the link for the donation. That number at the bottom of the screen will refresh every 30 seconds or so. So yeah, that's the link there. William O got it up there. Yeah. What made her start racing? What a great question to start off with. Thanks, Stephen.
So I suppose I started racing about 5, nearly 6 years ago now. I'll be going to year 6 of motorsport next year, I think. So I was always in it as a young kid. I always, with my dad, was on his shoulders watching the rallying for years. My godfather would have been British rally champion. My uncle would have been a rally driver, and my dad would have been in it hugely. So I always was a spectator. Never really got behind the wheel as a young kid. So I started when I was 14. In go-karts, I went to junior Rotax. So I started just in a junior category, just for a bit of fun. Never really wanted to take it seriously. Just wanted to do like a family Sunday fun day kind of thing. And then I done my first race in 2016 in May for Donald O'Brien. So I done it in his memory, and then since that day I never stopped racing. I done it for a bit of fun racing for the first 2 years, and then I moved to seniors in 2019, and I started becoming really competitive, winning championships and stuff like that. So it kind of started off from there. So now it's a career path. So yeah, I'm loving it.
Nice.
Yeah, it was a bit of a shock to everyone in my family that I wanted to do it. They thought, oh yeah, it's just going to be a bit of fun. But yeah, now here I am today.
I think I need to just restart my headset there because my mute button isn't working, which doesn't help. All right, I should be back there now. Yeah, now I can mute my headset, which will make it a lot better with the sound. Yeah, that's a really great answer. It's almost like have you given that answer before? Have you?
Yeah, no, it's not. It's normally one of the common questions I get asked if I'm on like a podcast or a live stream. It's normally like, how did I get into it, or why did I start? It was mainly family background. Like I was always involved in it and always watching it. But then I wanted to get behind the wheel. It was a bit of a shock. So now I'm here today now trying to make a career out of it. So it's good. It's a nice story.
Class, deadly. Yeah, it's an absolutely class story. And it kind of. The whole, like I've said to you, Kayls, before, and I've said to a lot of people in the channel when we were in voice chat, if that poster that day in the shop, if that had been, some 50-year-old fella looking for sponsorship, like he would be sat right there right now.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
That makes the whole thing even cooler because we've kind of hit the jackpot in a way, because turns out you had a class car, right? Turns out you're sacrificing everything to race, to the point where you're 19 years of age and you don't have a road car because all your money goes into racing, which is class. An inspiration for younger generations, male and female. If I ask my son to name 2 racing drivers, he knows Max Verstappen and Kayls Cole. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah, no, it's really nice. Like I get so many young kids, messaging my Instagram, my TikTok even, like, just reaching out to me being like, oh, how did you get into it? What did you do? How did you start? And a really common question I get is, is it expensive? How do I start on a low budget? And you can start on a low budget, but then you get the love for it, and it's really, really hard not to have the funding to go further and further. That question is really, really hard for me to answer sometimes. Is it expensive? Because the truth is it is, and it is hard to make a career out of it, but you can start at a low budget and just have fun, and that's what I love doing. I just love having fun in what I'm doing, and hopefully something will come out of it. But that's one of the common questions I get asked, and it's really nice to get messages off younger people, because I know then that I'm doing something to help younger people get involved in it. It's just nice to see.
Yeah, that is deadly. It's class.
Yeah.
And it's pretty cool that like I don't know many circuit racing drivers around here.
Yeah,
It's cool that you're only over the road. Like this would be a nightmare to organize if you were a couple of hours away
yeah,
and stuff.
yeah.
The background looks the same. Yeah, got it, JJ. Got it in one. Fionn here met Kayls at cafe around 2 weeks ago.
Oh yeah, no, Fionn. I was actually about 4 or 5 weeks ago. I was in the Ballincollig Rugby Club, doing with the Ballincollig Vintage Club. My car was on show and stuff, and Fionn actually came in. He had a picture in the car and stuff like that. And then I was working, where I work in Model Farm Road, and I think it was his mom came up to me and was like, "Oh, my son was in here a minute ago, and he knows you." And I was just like, "Oh, really?" I was like, "Why didn't he come say hi?" He goes, "He's too shy." So I was like, "Get him in here now, and I'll say hi to him. Like I'm just like a normal human being." So Fionn actually came up, and I was talking to him for a bit, and he's massive into rallying. He takes loads of photos of all the rallying. So I definitely give him a follow because he's a really good photographer.
I'm gonna have to interrupt you there, Kayls. Our target was 3,550. We are at 3,625 right now.
Wow.
That is insane.
That's crazy.
I was hopeful that we would reach the 3,550.
I know, we were just talking like before we started this saying we could try and get to that, but that's just unbelievable. That's crazy.
Era Rocco doing Kaylee's website, hoping to attract sponsors for her. Great how you got into it. That's class. Lads, look at the chat. Is going
crazy.
Bonkers.
I can't keep up. Every time I see a message, it goes bunk, bunk, bunk.
Bonkers. It is crazy. So Kayls can see a preview of the stream, so she can see pretty much everything. She's sitting at the streaming PC. Lads, €3,625. The class
That's
thing about it is, not only is that's all created by you guys, right? But Kayls is sitting there and she's like, holy crap, that's my money.
But like you don't understand, like that is honestly so much. Like that's, to me, that will get me like 3 rounds out of tires, like it's crazy. Like I'm speechless at what it's been made so far. Like it's helped me so much. It's got me on track. It's got me leading the Irish Championship at the moment, and if that wasn't for this and the help, I wouldn't be where I am now, or like right now in the Irish Championship. It's just unbelievable.
Yeah, a lot of you might not know that. Maybe just say that thing about where you are in the standings again.
So I'm doing the ICCR, the Formula Boss Championship in Mondello. We weren't going to do it. We were just going to jump in and out for a bit of fun, a bit of seat time, because we kind of this year, with funding and stuff, we just kind of wanted to sit down and we'll get a bit of seat time instead of, we were kind of struggling going to the UK all the time. So I started doing it for a bit of fun, and now I'm leading the championship. So it's 3 rounds to go. So hopefully we can keep the title.
It's mad. It's crazy. I'm just trying to sort my my sound here, which is probably not a very wise thing to do while we're streaming. This money only pays for a few rounds of tires. It does. Motorsport is super expensive. But like you were telling me before, Kayls, like this is life changing.
Yeah, no, it is. Honestly, it's this year I could, I wouldn't have done half of the rounds I have done right now if it wasn't for that, and it is life changing. It honestly is. Like if you were in a race car, you don't understand like how much that feels to that get that amount. It gets me out in the seat. It gets me out training. It gets me out testing and practicing, and them tires helped me a lot on track to even be leading the championship in Ireland. It's just it's a huge help. No one understands how much it feels.
Yeah, it's I just can't get over the chat. Like I always have great streams. I always have,
I think you should bring me here more often.
I always have a good audience in that. But like people have been messaging me as well. They've been and guys, keep those questions coming. If you that's another 25 just came in. We're approaching €3,700. Mad. Crazy. Keep getting, because I try to, during my streams, I try to, chat a little, read a little bit of the chat. I'm overwhelmed.
Need to build her car on the game.
It's bonkers. Completely mad. A lot of people in here, so when they say DR2, that's Dirt Rally 2.
Okay.
So you've been on some of my rally streams as well, every second week. So a lot of people are mad to see to see you
See me
sim
on the
racing and
sim. Oh
stuff.
god, guys.
Yeah. No, I'll tell you guys, right? About what was it, 2 or 3 weeks ago?
Yeah, about 3 weeks ago. Yeah.
Kayls was here. She sat in the rig, and most people, especially real racing drivers get so cocky, and they absolutely wrap the car in turn one like 10 times in a row. Then they say, "Oh, it's so different to real racing," blah 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 blah. And about 45 minutes later, they get a lap together. Kayls did go off in the second corner into the gravel. She was like, "Oh right, okay." She went out, did what? You must have done about half an hour, 45
About a
minutes
half
worth
an
of
hour.
driving
Yeah.
without spinning, crashing, whatever, and smashing her lap times every single time. She's an absolute natural. That is the language that you guys speak in sim racing. She's. Can we do a time challenge with her?
Oh my god.
Cheers, Evan. Probably the average fan has no idea how much it costs to race. Oh man, the chat is just gone. Like,
I can't really see anything.
Yeah.
It keeps going down.
Sorry, Tony. The chat is just gone. I couldn't read
We
it
need
there.
a KCR sticker for our liveries. That can be
I
done.
can. Yeah, you read one or two out there if you can.
What's him though? Should see her in person super quick. Oh, that's Les. Hi, Les. Kayls, ICCR, no, iRacing or ACC. I'm not really too, I know I've heard of iRacing. I'm not too familiar with ACC. Maybe Lawrence might be able to tell me a bit about that.
Yeah, well, there are different simulators, different pieces of software. They all have their various, kind of strengths. The one that you did here was iRacing.
Oh yeah. I'd be familiar with that. With like the racing drivers I race against would be, big into it. But yeah, no, it seems cool. I just jumped on and seen the stream 3 minutes later, donated. They felt, oh, thank you so much.
Peter, that's so nice. Turn on slow mode. No, we'll. I have an app open now where I can scroll back through the chat, but it only started recording the history just now. Come to the Sim Expo. We can hook you up with more sponsors. So speaking of Sims, right? We'll kind of move on towards the next section. That's actually a great question by Boost of Motorsport.
Yeah, I just seen it there. What's your goal in motorsport, Kayls? Where do you want to end up? To be fair, like I had a goal. My goal last year was to try and get to the W Series, just to see if I get more opportunities out of it, just to experience some high level racing, because that was kind of the next kind of step to try and get further. Obviously the W Series isn't there anymore. So I'm just really, really pushing an F1000 and trying to gain as much experience in that as possible. My main goal at the moment, what I'd absolutely love to do, I tested with Porsche last year in Brands Hatch. I got invited down as well as 6 other girls from around the world. I fell in love with the car, and I'd absolutely love to race them. That's something that I'd definitely work towards and love to have a go of. I've been there to watch them at Croft about 3 weeks ago, and I just love the cars. I'd love just to give it a go. Obviously single seaters is my main path. I'd love to continue my single seater path, but it's obviously a lot of money to keep going, and you can only go so far. So yeah, I'd love to go down the GT route, maybe Porsche or something like that, or but yeah, no, Porsche is kind of my main goal at the moment. But there's obviously, I'm open to anything. I just love going out racing. It's a dream.
Are you specific to open wheel or just fast things in general?
Yeah, like I love the single seaters, as I said. F1000 where I started, so I've not really experienced other things other than Porsche. Or I've been in Mondello Park have kindly, let me have a go on the Ferraris and their Porsches and stuff like that. They're really, really good for supporting their drivers around Ireland, and I instruct up there as well, so it helps a lot. But the open wheels, I'd love to continue, but I really, really wouldn't mind trying closed wheel. We just bought a recent closed wheel car. I haven't really announced it yet, but yeah, hopefully we'll have a bit of fun on that soon.
Deadly. Jean-Marc Giroux wants to know where you're racing.
Next weekend.
So are you racing within Ireland as of now?
As of now, I'm doing the Irish Championship, but I'm also dipping in and out of England at the moment as well. I've done in England Croft, Brands Hatch, and this weekend I'm actually heading to Silverstone, which is a huge event. A lot of people kind of go, "Oh my God!" when I mention Silverstone, they're like, "No way, no way! You're doing the F1 track." And it's I've done the F1 track last year with the Monoposto, and it was absolutely amazing. Such an experience, like to even be racing on a track that Formula One race on, I was like, Jesus, like this isn't possible. But yeah, no, I'm racing there this weekend on the international track, so that should be a bit of fun. So I kind of dip between Ireland and England, mostly Ireland this year, but we try to get England as much as possible because it's really, really good experience.
Deadly. F4 Motorsport, if rally ever comes up, would you do it?
I'd love to try rallying. I don't think it's like a dream or a goal. I obviously was brought up in it as a kid. My dad would have been around it for years. My uncle was a rally driver, and my godfather would have been huge into it as well. So that's the type of motorsport I was brought into. I think if I had done what I wanted to do when I was younger, autograss racing, I probably would have gone down the rallying route. But because I've done karting, karters genuinely go towards track racing, like single seaters or Genettas or something like that. So I think that's why I went down the track route. If I had gone down another route, I probably would have gone towards rallying. But I wouldn't change my journey. I love where I am now.
I'm just putting the URL there because someone on Facebook was looking for it. I have
Do you know Simon Ramsey? Yes, I do. I raced against Simon in 2019. We were fighting for championships in 2019 when I was racing. So yeah, Simon's an amazing guy. I think he moved away out of Ireland now, so I haven't really seen much of him.
There's the link. I just put it in chat there. And let me get back here. Their favorite track you've raced?
Oh God, guys, this question is so hard. I get asked this all the time as well. My favorite track, Brands Hatch. It'd have to be Brands Hatch, or I have three favorites. It's kind of, I don't really have a favorite, but probably either Brands Hatch, Donington, or Oulton Park. They're probably my favorite. Amazing tracks. Class. They're technical. They're like they're karting tracks, really. They're technical. I love Silverstone, get me wrong, but it's more of a fast, more speed. I like the more technical ones coming from karting. They're better. They're challenging.
Right, try that link there. Thanks for that, Sideways. A question here from, let me find it again, from Alexander Milchin. When will LD finish your sim setup?
Everyone wants to see me on this sim. I better not be bad.
And have you join us online? Someone needs to teach us the way. So there will be answers on that soon, like within this stream. So I'll get back to you on that, Alex. Alex is one of my admins as well, and real life friends. So that's pretty cool. Are the races live streamed? The races that you do?
So in Mondello, they're all live streamed. Leo Nolte actually does all the live streaming. It's all around the track. They recently started doing so that you can see every corner of the track. It's like Alpha Live over in the UK. In the UK, it depends on the round. So this weekend at Silverstone, I'm presuming it will be live streamed. Normally Silverstone, it's a big round, so they will live stream it. Not next weekend. Leinster Trophy's on the 10th of September. That's a huge event. I'd recommend it to anyone in Ireland to come over and watch it. It's supposed to be class. I've never actually been to it myself, but I'm going to be racing there, so I'll experience it on track as well as off. But that will be live streamed as well. So most of them are. In England, it depends on the rounds, but all of them in Ireland are live streamed.
There's a question here from a Mr. Barry Rabbit.
Oh, Barry, yes.
Well done for supporting Kayls. She's a great driver and competitor. You come into Kyrgyzstan in a couple of weeks, Kayls. Little Jedi would be rapid up there.
Oh, yeah. I know Barry and his brothers Shane and Keith, honestly, legends. Lovely, lovely guys. They were so welcoming when I joined the Formula Boss. They're big into the racing as well. Amazing drivers. So, yeah, no, I'm not sure about Kyrgyzstan at the moment because I'm at Silverstone this weekend, so then it would be back to back. I'm hoping to get there just to get out there and racing and collect some points. I really, really want on trying the Jedi. A lot of people have said to me that the Jedi would be really quicker in there. So fingers crossed, we'll try and get up.
There's a nice one here from S. Hamilton or Shamilton 44. Hey Kayls, I look up to you so much. Was amazing meeting you in the summer show.
Oh, that's so lovely. I met so many people at the summer show, and I even get them coming into the cafe now and they're like, I see you at the summer show. There's no way you're working here. I was like, yeah, I do. But like even little kids reaching out to you on Instagram and TikTok and stuff, and they're like, oh, I see you at the Cork Summer Show. And it's just really nice. And like loads of them are coming up to me and like, hi, how are you? And it's just, I just, even when little kids come up and they're like, oh, mom, will you go say hi to her there? I'm like, I'm just a normal human being. I won't fight.
And Kayls, there's a general atmosphere in the chat here. People love the way you speak as well, and the way you answer your questions. Great one here. Love how mature and serious you answer the questions. You won't need PR media training when you get national attention.
Thanks. So I remember when I first started, like I would not be sitting in this chair right now to the girl I was when I first started racing. Like for the first 3-4 years, when I started doing kind of well in 2019, I started coming out of my shell. But the first 2 years, no, I'd walk down the paddock and I'd have my head down. I wouldn't speak to anyone. Like it wasn't any conversations. I was really, really quiet. Even in interviews, I'd be like so, and I just wouldn't speak. So I still have a lot to learn with like, you know, communicating and like live streams and stuff like that, but I've improved a bit.
There's a class question here as well, and other racers in the chat, please do feel free to answer by text. It is mainly aimed at Kayls though. I'm looking at buying a Formula V car to try and drive in ICCR next year. What obstacles would you look out for working on my racing license this year?
I think I know who this is. I think I was talking to him earlier. So yeah, the Formula Vs. They're actually a big enough grid. They're supposed to be, you know, really competitive. You know, close racing class. License wise, you know, all you do is get in touch with Motorsport Ireland and, you know, see, you know, honestly just pick up the phone, ring them, see what their, you know, their options are. You have to go do not an exam, kind of like a test kind of thing up in Mondello and kind of pass your car racing license. And once you've passed that, you can go ahead and apply for the license. Once you have it, you're out on track and you're racing. It's not easy to get, but it's also not hard to get. It's just that in between. You just have to concentrate getting on the license and then you're ready to go.
Your camera's way out of focus. I don't know what it is. Maybe just like go backwards and forward. I don't know. It's on autofocus. It should be fine. There we go. It should be okay. Yeah. There we go. Focus camera. Do you prefer racing in the wet or the dry? Does it make any difference to you?
Karting, wet. Loved the wet and karting, absolutely loved it. I was a bit of a pain to try and get the cart set up. My dad's probably listening now being like, yeah, this woman, like but I love the wet in karting. In the car, I haven't had that much experience in the wet. In Mondello about a month ago, I went out in qualifying first time in the wet, and I wasn't a fan of it obviously because I didn't have the seat time in it, and I came in and I wasn't the happiest person because I didn't do as well, but I didn't expect to do well because I didn't, you know, have the seat time in the wet. So in the car at the moment, obviously the dry, but I just need that extra seat time in the wet because I love the karting in the wet. I love the wet, you know, in any form of race car. So I just need that bit of extra seat time in cars, and probably will be my favorite, but at the moment dry.
That's class. We've got Mike Cole in the chat with an angry face.
Yeah, just ignore him. It's fine.
Yeah. He's just trying to throw you off it. You're a natural, Kayls. This is a great chat.
Yes, in Racing Den. Yeah, no, I have to get on his podcast. It's like I messaged him now and like, oh yeah, I'm free this weekend, and it's like his hours are like so different to mine from Ireland, so it's hard to get that time zone.
LD, would Kayls be able to get you hooked up with a track day and an open wheeler? Would you love to try that? So this is a question aimed at me. I don't want to make the stream about me, but Stephen Mullen, you would not believe the amount of offers I've gotten from people to drive their cars. And even though I've done track days in my road cars and stuff, I really want like my first track experience to be like in an MX-5 or a Celica or something, you know, just to kind of get a real feel for what a race prepared car feels like, because I'm not familiar with that. I've gotten offers in Formula 3 cars, radicals, absolutely amazing stuff. All I have to do is show up, and people have said, "Here, take my life's work and go and drive it. I know you can drive it." So getting into a race car is not a problem. Making the time to get all the way to the track and driving a car that I know that if I was to crash it for some reason, have a turn one incident or whatever with someone, that I know I could pay to repair that car, because that's someone's pride and joy. So that's kind of a long answer to a short question. I hope that makes sense.
Which one would you prefer to use, single seat or tin top though?
Oh, I am an absolute open wheeler nut. I love open wheelers. I love downforce. And yeah, that would definitely be my choice. Definitely. Hi Kayls, how many hours of practice do you get on track in an average month?
It's hard because obviously my dad's self-employed and we're kind of a family-run team, so it's really, really hard to get, testing all the time. I normally test on the Friday before a race weekend. That's the only kind of practice I'd get. Then anything else, I'd probably do like the odd test day in Mondello on like a Saturday or Sunday, any weekend they had free. But from the last weekend I was racing at Mondello, I have not been in the car. So my first time in the car will be from Mondello last round will be this Friday in Silverstone, and then I'll go straight into racing. So that's the tough thing in England. I just go do the testing. So I do like the 3 or 4 15 to 20 minute practice sessions and then go straight into the race. So that's the challenge I have. In Mondello, I obviously know the track a lot more, so it's a bit easier. It's obviously a bit tougher to have the less track time. But yeah, no, I wouldn't get much, not that much.
So that brings us very nicely to the next kind of so you said you need that seat time.
Yeah.
That's where this all came from, right? We know the importance of seat time. And I will just share this screen here. You've seen this graphic before.
So cool.
This was done by Justin Wellbeloved, our kind of resident Potato Nation livery designer. He designs liveries for in-game cars. He saw a handful of pictures of your real car. We got the mod. This is a Jedi. You can see even the wheels are the same as your wheels.
Crazy.
And he got he recreated logos, put it all there. Lots of love for Justin in the chat.
Honestly, it's amazing. I didn't even think you could do that. That's crazy.
It's damn cool. So Justin did this, and you can see it's kind of pre-equipped with the Potato Nation stickers, which was our kind of when we did this whole sponsorship thing. It was like, wouldn't it be so cool to have our Potato Nation sticker on a car? And it just happened to be your car.
And they're actually being printed at the moment now, so they'll be flying in Silverstone this weekend for anyone watching.
Deadly. So this is what the car would look like on track.
It's crazy. That looks like a photo of me on track.
Well, you see, people saw this. They were like, that is so cool, but it doesn't really look like her. And then somebody came along and they said, well, do you know what? It doesn't actually look like her. Can you send me a photo of her helmet? So then this happened, and he started designing.
That's insane.
So this was, let me just make sure that I thank everybody and do this in the right order. This was from Maurizio Caforio, who's in Italy.
That's insane.
So this was an early version, and then he created this.
That's crazy.
So that is you.
It's actually at Silverstone as well.
Yeah, that's you sitting in your car with your helmet,
and it has the same writing and everything on the side of it.
The only photo that he had of you was from the Cork Summer Show where I met you.
Oh.
So you'll notice you're actually also wearing that red racing suit.
Yeah. That's crazy. I actually have a new helmet being designed at the moment as well. But I based it off that helmet, so it's honestly crazy.
We will make sure that you have your helmet in game as well, which is absolutely class. And I'm gonna just kind of roll into the next sections, and there are a lot of questions still coming in.
It's crazy. Every time I see a question, I try and read it, and it just goes.
Yeah. Let's actually catch up on one or two of the questions
what
here.
What is it? F1000 class.
How many? Emma Dempsey's in the chat.
Emma!
Absolute legend as well.
Hi, Emma.
Huge fan of Emma. I follow her on social media as well.
Emma's been following me since end of 2018, when I first started, she started following me. She was a part of the Women in Motorsport Ireland group, and she supported me hugely in 2019 when I was doing the championships. So yeah, no, that was awesome. She's actually racing the Fiesta Z-Tech at the moment. She's doing crazy well. You should keep an eye on her.
Deadly, deadly. And my wife is in the chat saying I'm not allowed to drive expensive race cars. So...
You have a sim here, it's fine.
Hey Kayls, it's Sophie. Thanks for talking to me on Insta. I really appreciate it.
Oh yeah, Sophie. I met her at the Cork Summer Show. She's wanting to get into karting. She's just a young girl. She really wants to get into motorsport. So I've just been telling her how you can go about it, and I'm trying to help her at the moment, trying to pick up a chassis. So yeah, no, Sophie's a good girl. Hopefully she'll be on the grid now soon.
Is there a schedule that we can follow that you'll be participating in, so we can catch the streams, or did I miss it?
So for my racing this year, is it like just so I'm at Silverstone this weekend. I can post them and everything on my story anyway after this, and you can have a quick look. But I'll be doing like Silverstone. I'll be doing and hopefully at the end of the month in October there'll be the last round in UK, Oulton Park. And then you'll find on the ICCR page of Formula Boss. I'll be doing that as well. So there's the 10th of August and September, and then there's the last round then in October. So it's they're all fairly close.
There's a great question here. What is a Formula 1000 car?
I seen that. I went.
Tell us about your car, because people might be familiar with Formula 1000, but it's far cooler than the name suggests.
Yeah. I get that. Loads of people always ask me this, that might have be familiar with racing or whatever. So it's a 1000cc bike engine. It was manufactured by a guy called John Corborn. His son Fraser is actually like taking over now, but John's still in the background. He still waddles around and fixes everyone's cars and is still there. So they manufactured this race car, the one I have now, and there's basically a 1000cc bike engine in it. I have an R1 Yamaha. A lot of people on the grid would have a Suzuki. But weight to power ratio, it's only 406 kg with me in it. So if you're thinking about power, it's a 1000cc bike engine. That's why around Mondello you're probably thinking 1 litre, why is that so quick? It's just power to weight ratio, it does help an awful lot. So yeah, it's a bike engine in a small little single seater car, but it's really quick.
I need to find that photo
Yamaha
of you with the F3 car.
Oh yeah, geez, that's a class photo.
That is such a cool photo.
Such a cool photo.
I wasn't planning on showing it. I have to show this because it is damn cool.
That's when I was racing the last round in Mondello, it was absolutely insane. We were in the international track, and I was up against like all the World Series cars and was battling with them, and my highest finish was 5th place against the World Series cars. So it was crazy.
It's deadly. Here we go. Let me just zoom in on this as well. Oh, that's not what I want to do. Technical difficulty. I don't know why that's gone. Bear with me. All right, here we go. This is what I want to go full screen, and I want to zoom in on that. So this is Kayls' car, right? Looks like a normal Formula car.
You heard it.
It's pretty quick. She's Formula 1000. She's in a mixed class on the Mondello circuit, on the Irish circuit, Formula Boss. So she gets to rub shoulders with F3 cars, and that doesn't mean getting passed by F3 cars. Watch this. Look at this. Look at the size difference.
Yeah, that's one of the World Series cars. It's such a good photo.
Kayls' car is the size of that rear left tire. Honestly,
like when I was passing them or when I was battling, that's actually Dan Martin. I get confused. They're brothers. But I was battling them, and their tires are so big, like they're huge compared to mine. And when I was going down the inside, or if they were going down the inside of me, I was like, like this is not going to end up well. But it's just such a bigger car next to me. I was just, it was a bit crazy to get used to.
It's absolutely insane. Like the car is so well presented. I was so surprised when, there we go.
That's us.
That's us at the summer show. I was so surprised when I saw it in real life as well, that it just looked, because it's a lot of cars, especially race cars, photographed.
Yeah.
That's
my favorite photo. That's the photo of the year.
Gorgeous. I love the one this one.
Yeah,
where
no,
you're
that's
coming up the
Paddock
hill
Hill. I
there.
actually have so I've done it for 3 years. So I have the 3 photos of the same hill in just different years coming up that hill. So the past 2 years I've had that livery, and then my first year I have the same one coming up that same hill. That hill is unreal for photos, down Paddock Hill and up to Druids.
Absolutely mad. And while this is all going on, I'm missing so much in the chat. Like
They're all like, "Will
it
you
is
get off the
brilliant.
photos and listen to us?"
You guys are doing an unbelievable job in the chat. It's completely crazy. There is yeah, on the whole real racing thing, I have a little surprise for you. From one of the companies that I work with quite a lot, a company called Abruzzi.
Okay.
And Abruzzi have, let me just bring this up here. They have kindly offered to sponsor you some fully custom
Oh my god.
FIA fireproof gloves with the Kayls Cole Racing logo on there.
That's crazy.
And the Potato Nation
Well, that
logo
makes it
as well.
better.
So,
oh my god, that's absolutely crazy.
Huge shout out to Abruzzi for doing that. It's such a super cool thing. It will, when you're driving, like, because I love when people have you know when you see onboard cameras and you see the sponsorship there.
Yeah.
It's like that's prime, because that's what a driver sees
Yeah,
as well.
yeah.
If you have your logo and the Potato Nation logo on your hands as you're driving, even though you're not looking at it all the time, it will remind you of all
I know
this.
exactly. When I'm coming in the straight and I'm in, like, second, it'll be the last round now and I'll have them on, and I'll be second to like Rob King or second to someone out in the championship, but like, no, Potato Nation, I better get this passed. That's actually amazing. That's crazy.
It's absolutely class. It's so cool that like companies and people reached out. They were like, "Oh, we want to do something. We want to do something."
That's crazy.
I could very easily have approached all the companies that I work with, and they would feel some sort of obligation to help. I approached nobody.
It's just insane. Like, even when I first found out, and well, I didn't actually find out. I just went on Instagram and I went on Facebook, and my phone was going absolutely crazy, and I was like, "What is going on in here?" And then you rang me that night, and I was like, no way. I remember, I think I started crying on the phone. Won't tell anyone.
You cried on the phone. Yeah, definitely. It was an important phone call, though. I mean, like, because if you would have, like, my biggest worry, honestly, when all that happened, my biggest worry was that you were going to get excited and think, "Oh, hang on a second, this is just a big prank. Someone's playing a prank on me because they're, jealous of my racing or whatever." Because that happens whenever you reach a position, especially when people get a bit of notoriety on social media and stuff. There are people who...
He's cutting onions. Oh my god, stop.
He's cutting onions. Oh, we're not done yet, guys. We're not done yet. we still have some really cool prizes to give away, because that's €3,860. That's nearly $4,000, guys.
Oh my god, it's gone up again.
It's gone up again. That is insane.
Jesus.
Absolutely just bonkers. Crazy. Guys, keep your questions coming. We're enjoying. I'm enjoying.
Yeah,
this.
no,
How
I could stay here for hours, to be honest. So if you want to keep them coming in, that's good.
Deadly. Yeah. Stephen Krall there says, "Yay, another tire."
That's crazy.
Can you give us an indication of the costs that are involved?
To be fair, when I was doing karting, the F1000 actually works out cheaper than the karting. A lot of people are probably going to think, no, that's fake. That's not right. But the F1000 does work out a lot cheaper than the karting. Not a lot, but just a bit cheaper. So for a set of tires, before, when I first started, you were talking, near the 850 to 900 mark. Now they're about 1,200 quid. So in the last 2 years they have gone up. That's euro, so obviously pounds, it changes. So in pounds it'd be about 1,000 quid, but when you work it out, it goes a bit more, obviously. So yeah, about 1,000 to 1,200 quid for tires, depending. Obviously fuel, then, depending where I go. If it's in England, obviously we have the camper, and getting there, then we have the ferry. So roughly in a weekend, if I was to race Mondello and have a brand new set of tires, every round, or a brand new set of tires around, I'm talking about for entry testing, about 2.5 grand. Depending, you can keep it cheaper because obviously I don't need sets of tires every single round. I use one set of tires maybe for the next 2 rounds of the next round. Obviously I'm at a disadvantage, but I can still race on them. So it'd be about 2 grand if I was to have everything new. But I do keep at a cost about 1,500 quid. So it's not too bad.
That's
It's still a
class.
lot of money, but it's not 30 grand a weekend. It's not crazy at the moment, so we can keep it down at a budget where we can keep racing. Because I thankfully have my dad as my mechanic, and if my dad wasn't my mechanic, obviously it'd be a lot more. But thankfully I do have him as my mechanic, and I wouldn't be as far as I am right now if it wasn't for him. So I'm really, really lucky that way, to have him as a family member, a supporter, and my mechanic as well, all in one. We do kill each other, but it's good to have him as well.
Deadly. As class. We've had such an outpouring. You guys keep your questions coming
Definitely,
in, because this is kind of it's a nice flowing format. If we have missed your questions and we haven't addressed them, feel free to ask them again. How much does a typical F1000 car cost?
They have gotten more expensive over the last about 1.5 to 2 years. When I first joined, it wasn't like, obviously I had to sell a lot of my karting stuff just to get started in car racing, as a lot of people would. You have to sell on your old race car stuff to go into something new. But when I first started, they were ranging between, for a brand new car, I'm not sure, but for second hand, it was around 18 to 20,000. For a race car. Now you're looking at the 25 to 30 mark. That's for like a brand new car. For second hand it varies, but you'd range between the 10 to 20k mark for an F1000, which is not crazy for a race car, especially with the high speeds you get. And it's a real single seater. It's like being in an F1 car. 100% would recommend it. Anyone wanting to get into single seaters, F1000's the way. Or even you have the Formula V's as well. But I went down the F1000 path because it was a quicker car, and it was more affordable.
Deadly. What's been your scariest racing moment?
Oh Jesus, this year was probably, I got a bit of a fright at Brands Hatch. I was racing there in end of May, I think. I was coming through as I came down, so I was down Paddock Hill, up Giroux down, and then the kind of chicane. I can't remember the name of that corner, just before the last corner down the straight. I was coming through there, went down 2 gears to go into the right hander, and my back wheel had ripped off, so the inside of the alloy had just snapped straight through, so the actual inside of the wheel was still stuck to the car, and the wheel had ripped off and went over the cockpit of the car and went straight through the gravel. Thankfully I held it well, otherwise the wall would have had a nice mark of pink on it. That's probably the scariest moment in F1000. I haven't really had any bad accidents or anything like that in F1000. In karting, karting's mental. A lot of you will know anyway. Everyone in this chat will be interested in motorsport, so karting is crazy. You don't have seatbelts, you don't have anything like that. You're just sit in the car and go. So I have had a few hefty, scary, moments in that. I have come off, I have seen walls, I have seen gravel, I have seen firewalls, I have seen everything. But it's nothing too bad, nothing scary. You will get a bit of a fright, but you just have to get straight into it and forget about
it. Is there a driver that you aspire to be like, or who has inspired you?
I have a lot of inspirations. It's male and female. Male. I was actually with one of my idols at the weekend after Sutton. I was obsessed. I went over to the British Touring Cars with Daniel. So we were over there, and we were we got into the Napa racing team, so we were a VIP for the day, and we met all the drivers. So I thankfully met Ash. Really, really nice guy. Came from hard work. So, he'd be one of my idols because, he's worked to where he is now. I have other ones, like Sarah Moore. She would have, she came from a family racing background. She's in the same predicament as me and my dad. They were a family, they got Sarah and Gemma and Nigel and, all the family where they are now. So that I can relate to that because I'm like a family run team as well. And then I have, obviously have the likes of Alice Powell and Abby Pulling. And then you have like, F1 wise, a lot of people will disagree and a lot of people will agree. I did look up to Lewis Hamilton as a young kid. He did come from nothing. He came from driving, he came from talent. Obviously there's, good people won't like if I say something like that. Some people don't like him. I don't like some of the things he does, don't get me wrong. But talent wise, he came from nothing and to where he is now, it took a lot of hard work. So I do look up to him a bit as well. But there's so many people I look up to. People that came from family run team and to where they are now, they're the more people I, look up to.
Class. What car and track combo would you like to try in real life?
Well, I'm going to say Porsche, aren't I? Because I want to go to them. So to be fair, I'd love to try something like an F3 car, because I want to continue my single-seater path. So I don't really know any tracks. Like I know all the tracks abroad, but I wouldn't really know which one to try. I'd like to try Spa. I'd love to try Spa or Valencia. Probably Spa and an F3 car or else a Porsche.
Class. Geezer asked earlier, is your car available in any sim? And if it was, then practice in the sim would help. So we've kind of covered that to an extent, and that was the whole point of getting in touch with you in the first place. I don't know if you know, but like within, you've probably bashed your knee off it already. That PC under that desk that's your PC.
Class.
That's the goal, Geezer, is to get a sim setup. So Kayls already has a basic setup. She uses PS4 and Project Cars 2. She has a Logitech wheel. She has a Playseat Evolution, I think it is, rig. So the goal is to get her, firstly, racing in a Jedi on the sim so that she has familiarity, but also, use some of this equipment that I have here over time so that it can be more and more realistic for her. So that was kind of the initial goal. Then one of you lunatics decided
You're all crazy.
to do a GoFundMe, and here we are, €140 shy of 4,000.
That's insane.
For like people who don't know, like most people's first race car costs a fraction of that. That is a lot of money. It is absolutely bonkers. Someone in the chat here, Alex, saying, "Why Porsche?"
I don't really have a reason. It's like when I done the test day with them last year in Brands Hatch, I kind of fell in love with them. I liked the whole GT kind of thing. And then I got invited back to Silverstone, to the team. So I loved being in the car. I loved, the experience of it. I just loved driving them. So I'd love to give it a go and race it. It's as I said before, it is a goal and somewhere to aim towards because obviously it's a lot of money to get there. But obviously I would love to try something like F4 because realistically, if I want to move on from F1000, my next step is F3, F4. But if I was to go F4, the F1000 is actually quicker than an F4 car. So my next step would realistically have to be F3 speed wise, but my next step, going up the ranks would be F4. But I just love the whole GT thing with the Porsche and stuff like that, and I have seen them race. So I think it's just more of a love for the car and just to give it a go. And I have tested it, so it's good to. It's kind of like a dream to get there. It's kind of a dream to race it. Whether I do or not, I take up any other opportunity.
That's deadly. The guys in chat are saying,
"Oh my god, have you seen the racing thing? The race, the target."
Oh my god! What, lads?
Oh my god. That's insane.
Like we're at €4,000, guys.
Oh my god.
Like I was hoping for the 3,550 today. €4,000. That was genuinely not the goal. The goal was to get to the target, yes. Not way over the target. The goal was to give away those things behind you that were kindly sponsored by Asetech. Being at 4,000 is completely
That's crazy.
phenomenal. Every time I look at the chat, I'm derailed. Like $4,000. That is lads. That is crazy. That is crazy. That is nuts. All right. Well, let's $4,000 is nuts. Let's kick it up. Let's continue on the nuts theme though, because SimForge Engineering, a company based in India, have been in touch when they heard your story. They absolutely love everything about it, and they have sponsored a set of these for you.
Oh my god.
These are SimForge pedals. You've got a clutch, brake, and throttle in there. Fully customizable. If you want to set this up exactly like your car, you can get rid of the clutch. You can do whatever you want. That heel plate, you can make the floor height, pedal height, absolutely everything exactly the same as your real life car. You can even space the pedal faces themselves so that it just is exactly like your car. This is a great set of pedals. I have reviewed them. There is a set on the shelf behind me as well.
Oh my god.
And they are sponsoring a set of these for you. Again, I want to stress, I didn't reach out to any companies.
That is just crazy.
Companies love this story.
Guys, you're all gonna make me cry. Stop.
Who reckons we can make her cry?
Stop.
Okay, let's. Yeah, absolutely, just the coolest of the cool. SimForge Engineering. Now they're gonna take probably another month or so. A part of the delay with your PC was
just
kind
go
of
to the onions again, guys.
Those onions. Late for the late toy show. Yeah, how insane is that? So we've got this situation, right, where a small sim racing community, we're a small YouTube community by all comparison to other YouTube channels. We're small. You're a small time racer, we're working together. All of these small companies are Brutesy, those livery designers, those helmet and suit designers, and SimForge here. They all took the initiative. They said, I want to be a part of this underdog story.
Yeah.
So, that's where these came
insane.
from. They're absolutely insane.
I have no words. That's crazy.
They are going to check if they can get that red plate done in pink for you.
Guys, pink. You're definitely going to see me coming both on the sim and the racetrack now as well.
Yeah, if not, maybe we can just bring it to a powder coater, and I'm sure the Potato Nation can pay for it to get that done in pink.
That's insane.
Because it'll clash with everything else you have.
Yeah.
You're getting love from all over the world tonight. Stop crying, lads.
Guys.
Who's going to carry the boats? I'm not crying, you're crying, lads. The chat is lit. Absolutely just... we want tears. We want tears.
No, we don't want... Well, we do want happy tears. Like, we're not good.
You can paint them pink and blue. Lads, the chat is completely nuts. Sorry, I had to take a quick video of my puppies playing with their mom. Okay. Even Flea is crying. Guys, keep the questions. The questions have actually been... I don't know how you feel about it, Kayls.
It's crazy. Every time I see a question, it just goes like down. I'm like, where's it gone? I was just trying to read it.
I told my mom about this story yesterday. She almost cried.
That's insane.
When it
I think you
first,
tried to make me cry. When you put the music on in the background in Super Value, I was like, this man's just trying to make me cry even more.
Cuyar, you're absolute legend. Well, wild that we could help a young woman in motorsport to this capacity. Means a ton to me personally. Super proud to be associated with these fools. That is Anthony Castillo.
Thank you, Anthony. Yeah, I know I mentioned to him earlier. He's a really, really nice guy. He's always supporting my racing now on social media. A really nice guy.
Yeah, he's an absolute legend. A regular in the chat.
Super Value. No. No.
And he is one of the he's one of the guys who largely inspired a lot of this. This is not the first time that he's done something like this to help real racers. Yeah. So he's a good guy. Don't say it to his face because he'll believe it. Barryfield Battle Clips. What's your daily driver? Do you want to tell that story?
Huh?
What do you drive every day?
Oh. Oh God. Why do everyone ask me this? So I have my learner's permit at the moment. Yeah, you're all gonna be like, what? Yeah, no, I don't have my full race. Have my full race license. I don't have my full driving license. I can't get my test at the moment. It's an absolute crazy. It's just a massive backlog. They're saying because of COVID, but I don't know. That's a bit crazy to me. So I don't have my actual road license yet, but I do have a car in my garage waiting for me to drive. I have a Fiat Abarth. So it's it's waiting there for me to drive, but I can't get a test, so I only got my learner's permit. Yeah, a lot of you are going to think that's crazy, but yeah.
That is deadly. And Anthony Castillo also said he's on an airplane right now and he's paid $8 to be on this live stream.
God.
Can you wish Stephen Mullen's cat a happy first birthday?
Oh, happy first birthday.
You should see this
Oh,
cat.
really?
This cat is absolutely awesome.
What color is it?
I'll send you a photo.
Oh, okay.
He's a Maine Coon. He's an absolutely massive cat.
Oh my God.
Beautiful, or she, I don't know. Beautiful cat. I've been to Ireland driving. I'm sure no one has a full license there.
Yeah, no, I have my learner's permit, to be fair, but like a lot of people my age are really struggling to get their full license at the moment. It's like I have all my lessons done, and yeah, it's a bit crazy. I just want to get driving on the road and have that, because I obviously work in Mondello as well, so I have to be up at 4:30, 4:45 in the morning on a Saturday when I'm working to travel up, and my mom has to take me up, or either my dad does, and then they have to collect me. So I just want to have that bit of independence just to do it myself. But it's a lot harder than I thought to get a license in Ireland.
That's class. What else is happening here? How old were you when you started racing?
I was 14. I started when I was 14. I started getting competitive and started fully racing around 15. When I first started, I'd done a few test days in Watergrass Hill, and with a few people that we would have known in motorsport that would have been in karting already, and just kind of got used to it. And then, as I said, I'd done my first race in May 2017 for the late Donald O'Brien. Donald would have been a rally driver as well. I'd be good friends with his daughter Nicole. She had just gone into rallying as well. So I done my first race for himself in memory of him. And then since that day, he must have been saying, "Don't stop," because I haven't stopped.
Someone asked as well, does the Formula 1000 have a reverse gear?
It actually does. It has a reverse gear, but obviously on a live track, most of you probably will know this. On a live track, you can't use reverse. So when we're in pit lane, we don't like, I've never used it since I've been in it. We don't really use it. We normally just push the cars back when we pull into the pit lane.
There's a great question here. Would you like to drive a car up the Goodwood Hill?
Oh, love. Absolutely love that. Like, that's a dream. Now that's something that yeah, you just mentioned a dream. That's a dream. That's something I'd love to do.
Any idea what you'd like to drive up the hill?
Anything. Anything. I just love to drive up there. Anything, any car. Just give me a car and I'll drive it.
Class. Guys, I can't believe we've hit 4,000. That's just
insane.
Bonkers. We are going to give away those prizes in a little while. Why can't you use reverse?
I think it's just kind of more of a safety thing. When I'm on track, I can't use reverse. When I'm off track, I can 100% use it, but we don't really need to. We just kind of, once the car is off, we just push it back, because as I said, it's really, really light. But yeah, no, it's on track. It's just more of a safety thing as far as I know.
Class. Yeah, as I said, we're going to move towards giving away those prizes, and I've had amazing help from my team. So I want to give a quick shout out to everybody on my team, because this looks like it's, a one-man show type of thing, and I put in a lot of effort, but couldn't do it without a lot of people who are in the chat right now as well, behind the scenes, helping me out. And this chat, this whole thing is very much about the Potato Nation. It doesn't say Lawrence Dusaswa on your car. It says Potato Nation, because Potato Nation is like, it's almost like a bigger thing than my little channel. And it's cool. Like my channel brings a lot of people into the
Because when
community.
I first seen like the whole Potato Nation thing, I didn't really know. I knew like it was like a community or whatever, but I didn't know like what it was about, what it was. And I remember asking you about 3 weeks ago. I was like, why did you pick Potato Nation? And I partly guess it was something to do with Ireland and like people from different countries liking the whole potato thing, the way we say it or whatever. But yeah, no, it was a really nice thing to hear that it was a huge community. I was absolutely shocked when I heard that it was such a big community, just in this one thing called Potato Nation. Obviously it was set up by yourself, but there's so many people involved. Like when you said, it's not just yourself, it really isn't. Like I've seen and I've witnessed myself the amount of people that are in that group, and it's insane. It's an absolutely amazing group to be a part of.
It's pretty damn cool. It's pretty class. Which brings us on to the next part of the
Everyone's
stream.
trying to make you cry.
Yeah, it's the next part of the stream is not giving away the prize. It is one more little surprise for
Here,
you.
guys.
So our good friends at Simhound company in the UK, they got in touch and they were like, I want to give a donation for Kayls, but they also supply, hardware and sim racing gear, like, gloves and stuff. And then they said, well, does Kaylee have a sim rig? Like, does she have the frame that you sit into? I said, yeah, she has something. It'll do for now. And they said, well, we do custom rigs, and we would be absolutely honored if we can give her a rig, an aluminium profile rig, very much like the one that I'm sitting in right now. So it's the aluminium part, so these bars that hold everything in place. And this is the cool part.
It's definitely pink now or something now.
They're also going to spray it in your race car colors. So Kaylee Cole, you are getting a rig from Simhound.
Oh my god.
In your race car colors. You can put whatever stickers you want on it, whatever you like. There is a Simhound logo on there subtly at the bottom. But this is completely bonkers. Like,
that's crazy.
This is off the wall. This is not just a company giving something that they have lying on the shelf. This is a company going to a lot of effort, realizing that this is worth more than their money because they want to invest in you as a driver. This is absolutely class. They said to apologize for the watermark on here as well because they haven't paid for their software. But
that's crazy. Oh my god.
And you will have to sort you out with some Potato Nation stickers as well. And we'll have to get a bucket seat from somewhere and all that. We'll work all of that out when it happens. I have to remind everybody. I didn't ask anyone for this. They saw the story. They saw you guys talking about it. They saw you guys interacting with Kayls' social media, and this kind of stuff happened. And Kayls, I hate to do it, but we got you to
That's
cry.
crazy. Oh my god.
I hate to do
no,
it.
These are like honestly, like these are so like I have no words. I can't talk. Yeah, no, these are like so happy tears. Like you don't understand. Like it's just it's crazy.
It's such a good news, like a feel good story, guys. And I'm very much like, we're here for a good time. We're here to, make everybody else happy. That's the whole premise of our group. It's why all of you are in the chat right now. There are still like 100 people watching right now.
Thank you so much. Oh, that's just crazy. Like I think I could talk now.
It's absolutely insane.
Yeah, no, like I didn't expect that at all. You kept a secret from me again. Like obviously these tears probably show you like how much motorsport means to me, and like it's really, really hard to move up in the world of motorsport. And like every single thing, as I said to Lawrence before, like all these little things help so much. Like even when Lawrence first approached me and said, I'm building, a PC for you, like that was enough. Like that little thing like meant so much to me, and that's why I was so upset. Obviously happy upset, but that's just like blown out of proportion. Like that's just absolutely amazing. It's crazy. That's just amazing. I did not expect that at all. I did not want to come here and cry. I thought I was coming on here to just have a chat.
Suzanne, my wife, is in the chat. She said you'll fall asleep smiling tonight.
Yeah, I know. She's probably she'll want to kill you in somehow because she's gonna have this sim right in her living room now and just blaring every single day.
What a great community, and what LD has done for Kayls and her racing. I mean, I didn't do it on my own, guys. Like, it's great to be a vessel for it, you know.
I think we should call it like Onion Nation now instead of Potato Nation.
And Alex saying he can't stop smiling. He'll have a sore
I can't
face,
either. Like everyone probably thinks I'm crying now because you probably like done something bad or something. I'm not. I'm just saying. I'm just shocked. Like I can't believe it. Like I thought the whole pedals, and I was like, okay, that's good. Like that's amazing. I didn't expect that. And especially it's pink and blue. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Let's have a look at it again.
Holy God.
Yeah, for those of you just joining, a load of people just joined again. This rig has been donated by Simhound in the UK. Go check them out. All you have to do is Google Simhound, and they will. They do these rigs. They do them in custom colors for people.
That's crazy.
And they are doing this one in Kayls's race car colors. So when she hops
Christmas
into
in August.
This is completely.
That's insane. I literally have. I don't know what to say. I'm kind of baffled. I don't know what to say. Oh my God.
Yeah, and I'll stress again, none of these companies were approached. I didn't approach any of them. This whole thing has been such a natural and organic thing. It's just all happened spontaneo's.
It's really nice to see, like, because I've obviously had like, negative and positive thoughts in my career so far, as I've spoke to you before about. It's been hard to get where I am now, and it has been a lot of hard work done by myself and my family. And you're going to have people knock you, and people try and bring you back, but I've just kept going and I've ignored everything like that. Just to know that there's like people in the background that actually are inspired or love my story, and deep down that means so much to me, because I'm trying my hardest to make a career out of this, and small stuff like this is huge, but like huge stuff like this has made my year. Like this will like be forever with me, and Potato Nation will never come off the car. Even if I don't get further, it'll always be on the car, and it'll always be a part of my my career that I'll never forget.
It means a lot to us as well. Like we're not just doing this to make you cry. We want to, like, a lot of us. The funny thing is, right, and this is something that people don't understand about the sim racing world. A lot of us watching right now can afford to race. A lot of us can, but we might have disabilities, might have families, might have whatever, but we have the money to do it. And a lot of us want to get the opportunities to live vicariously through somebody else. Seeing somebody, like, and this story again, everything just fell into place. Seeing somebody with incredible potential, because I've not met a single person who has said to me, "Oh, Kayls, yeah, she'll have a great time in racing, but she's not going to go far." People have said, watch her because she has a mentality of a racer, and they're things that we love to hear, we love to back. We'd be backing you regardless.
Yeah, that, like them kind of comments, like it sinks in, and it honestly, it does. You don't like, no one will understand in my head like how much that means to me. Like it's. I've so many people now. Like I have Noel Roddy. You've probably seen him on my Instagram page and stuff like that. Noel actually raced for years. He done singles years, like Formula Reynolds. He's been through the battles of motorsport. He was actually at the what was it called? The event in Mondello last weekend. It was kind of like all the old single-seater cars that they race and stuff like that. So it was a historic weekend. So he was there and he was racing. But Noel, same as yourselves in Potato Nation, he's kind of, kind of does the odd race and stuff, but he's supporting myself now. And it's nice to see that, like, so Noel that has raced before can see potential in me and, himself. And then I have like Les and Brendan, they've started coming on board now as well. But, especially Noel, like, he's been there and he support me because he can see something in me. He just supports me and tries to put me up the ranks. But it's really, really lovely to have them people there and to know that there's people there that want to see me go far and can see something in me, because I do put a lot of hard work into it. And, these kind of things, it's mind-blowing to know that people in the background are there.
Class. How about we give away one of those coolers?
Yeah. Stop making me cry.
That's I think that's going to be a good thing to do.
I think we should keep that on there. It's cool.
Yeah, it's pretty deadly. Which one will we give away first? We'll give away the top one. Do you want to grab it? The top box there. And I will click the link that Gav has given me here. And we'll get this ready to go. You can display that for everybody. You are going to be the one actually clicking this. So actually, let's swap places for just like a few minutes.
You won't give it to me forever.
You can keep that headset on.
Do you want to hold these?
I'll show this.
Just tell me what button to press now. There's so many.
And there is a mouse under here.
Okay.
And all you're going to need to do, the cursor's already there, is just click this button. But don't do it yet.
The left one, yeah? Okay.
Yes, the left one. So I'm just going to explain.
There's so many buttons in this rig, it confuses me.
People are going to be like, oh my God, how did he get into her studio? What I want to explain to people is Asetek. You guys are very familiar. You see some of the products over my head here. They love the story as well. They got in touch. They want to give some of these coolers. This is PC hardware. They make these coolers as well. That's where Asetek kind of earned their right to be so good at making products and having good customer service, supply chains and stuff. So they make these, and a lot of you will be familiar with the brand NZXT. And when we hit €2,800, we decided that the next €750 or dollars donated, we're going to go towards raffling this and the other one above my head here. This one is just the RGB version. So you can change it to whatever colors you like. The other one
it'll
has
have to be
screen.
Pink now.
You'll have to do it in Kayls colors when you do it. If you win it, so only the tickets from 2,800 to 3,550 are entered in that raffle. That was the deal from day one. So that's what we wanted to offer. We definitely did not expect to get to €4,000. But if you win this and you don't want it, you can give it to anybody. You can sell it on eBay. We don't really care what you do. Or we can give it to somebody in the community who needs it, who wants it. That would cool my entire apartment.
Someone just put in what was it again? Oh, it's gone. Where's it gone? Oh, you need to put a signature on it.
Yeah, Kayls autograph on the box for winners. That's a good idea. That is a good idea. We
can get like a picture. I can get a picture made or something with the race car and sign it as well.
So at one stage on the donation, we were at 3,333.
Oh no, they're going to ask us to say it, aren't they?
Yeah. It's a CPU cooler. Yes, it is, Ash. So we're going to pick the first winner for this. Gav, who was the mastermind behind the GoFundMe, has also been working very hard behind the scenes, even while the stream has been going on, to get the list of names together. And I'll just press the button here so that you can see this. So now you can see that Kayls is going to press that button. She's only going to press it once, and the name is going to display on the screen. All those little segments, so don't do it yet, all those little segments are people's names. There are many, many, many of them, 750 to be exact. And that wheel is wild. It is wild. Yeah, you can click it. Let's give away the first cooler, guys.
Okay, left, yeah?
Yeah, left click it. There we go. All sound effects and everything. You can announce it when it comes up.
Nathan Healy.
Absolutely unreal. Because Nathan Healy as well, he was kind enough, and I've already given you a box to take home for the for the PC setup. Nathan Healy is the same guy who donated a set of these headphones. I have them as well, and a keyboard and mouse for you. So it is absolutely class that he supported you there, and he bought tickets for this. My buddy Nathan was also huge in the early days of my channel. He loaned me his brand new hardware before he even ever used it. He spent a fortune on new hardware. He gave it to me to review for a couple of weeks before he ever even used it, so that I could create content for my channel.
That's crazy.
So, deserving winner.
Absolutely deserving. Nathan, you deserved it 100%. And, you know, out of them 750 people, you've all been amazing. But Nathan, I think, you know, you mostly deserved it. You know, you've helped me so much with, you know, the whole headset and, you know, even supporting me online. I really, really appreciate it, and well done again.
It's absolutely deadly. I love it. It's class. I think we should go on to the next one, maybe. Okay. I'm trying to see, what is the time? Oh, it's 10:30. Right, we've got about half an hour left on the stream. Let's move on to the next one.
I don't want to press anything. There's so many buttons.
Close this, and let's do a F5, so it's all there again. And I will just, actually, you can put on, if you press this one here, and then in a little while when I ask you, you can press that one again. So the next one, man, it feels so weird sitting here and not in the rig.
I robbed your seat.
It's deadly though. It's cool that it's all working out, and the sound seems to be a lot better than it was, so that's good. The Kraken Z73 is Nathan Healy on?
Yeah, I hope Nathan's on. I hope he's seen it.
Someone ping Nathan. There was tears.
Yeah, there was plenty.
Someone said something about Sideways Games is there. That's Nathan. Absolute legend, Nathan.
Thank you so much, Nathan. Man. You honestly 100% deserve that.
So cool, so cool. We're good. Oh, he's in voice chat. So a lot of the guys are hanging out in voice chat as they watch the stream. They often do that. However loud and like they are in the chat here, they are chatting to each other. Like for every one message here, there are 10 conversations going on.
They're probably like, haha, she's crying.
Our community is so powerful. We're nearing a whole ass RTX 4090. Yeah, it's 40,010 now. Nuts. Absolutely
I can see
nuts.
there. Jesus.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Bonkers, like crazy. All right, we're going to give this one away now. You can press that other button.
Okay. There you go.
There we go. Kayls is a natural here, guys. she's taken over the stream properly. And thank you all for all your donations as well. A load of donations there at the bottom of the screen. Legendary. All right, we're gonna click it, guys.
Okay.
You can decide if you want to click it. Go for it. All right,
we're going.
Potato Nation symbol is spinning fast. Who wins the expensive cooler?
Gavin Taylor.
Gav's the guy who set up the GoFundMe.
Oh, really?
He's
rigged.
He's the guy who did the spinny wheel.
They're all saying rigged.
Fake news. I'm gonna let you guys fight about this one. As far as I'm concerned, it is fair and square.
The two guys have won have helped out a lot.
It is true.
So deserving.
It is true. And I looked through the donations as well. Some people have donated multiple times. Like, it's
crazy.
They've donated like 3-4 times, which is bonkers because that money adds up.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Massively.
Even like, you know, the easy, like, you know, not easy, but like, you know, even €5, like that adds up. That added up so much. Like, you know, the little, as I said before, the littlest of things help. They're all saying fixed.
the chat is going.
They're all saying no. They're all going to leave now. They're like, no, we're done.
he's like, I bet he's. So
I'd say Gavin's just like disappeared out of the chat. He's like, I'm gone. I don't want to be here anymore.
To fix it, Father Tate. That is class. That is absolutely unreal.
Oh my god.
Daggers everywhere. What a deserving bunch of winners. The money was just resting in my account. Absolute disgrace. Worse than the Bank of Ireland debt. Oh, lads.
Oh god.
Williams Esports
Tell her to hit again to prove its chance.
Okay, you click it again, but this is not going to be a winner, by the way. You can click close on that. Yeah.
Then do it again.
And then just click it again.
Watch now, it'll come up.
Yeah. It'll be like end of script.
Done.
See? Sorry, Ewan, because you didn't win. This was just to prove a point. Justice for Gavin. If it says Gavin again. Gavin Taylor.
Aldi or Little? Got a question saying Aldi or Little. Which one would you say, Lawrence?
I think the stream is about you. You have to answer.
Aldi or Little? I don't know. Are they not the same thing, which is different names?
Oh no. Lawrence's name will come up.
I don't know. Aldi?
All right, we're gonna swap over seats again.
He's taking my seat back.
I just want people to take note of the jersey as well, and you guys know this jersey from the 2022 Expo. There is another Expo coming up in 2 months, and we are designing the jersey for that. So I'll show some photos here and stuff, and yeah, you can hop in there again. The Potato Nation podcast was. Can you at least do a giveaway with a picture with your autograph?
Yeah.
Will you do a picture of you with an autograph? And
would you like a picture of the race car, or would you like a picture of I don't know, me standing next to the race car, or it's up to you. You pick.
Autograph photo. You're gonna have to click this again. So
again.
Or will I click it? I'll click it. I'll do it. I'll do it. All right. Autographed photo. It's a great idea.
So you pick the photo with it. Okay, we'll raffle it off. Whoever wins it can pick whatever photo they like. They maybe see one on my race page or whatever. We'll get it in the frame or whatever they like, and we'll sign away in it.
Deadly. All right, I'm gonna click it. The power.
It'll definitely be like one of the lads again.
Yeah. Nathan Taylor.
Gavin.
Phelan Pritchard. Absolute legends. So Phelan once, fun fact about Phelan, he once, about a year and a half ago or so, he once raced for 34 hours straight. So in 34 hours, he did 31 races, and each race takes about 45 minutes in total, including qualifying.
Non-stop, just gone.
Non-stop. And he was in the Discord, and we all kind of just hung out with him when we could, and he was only alone for 1 or 2 races, and the rest of the time there was someone from the Potato Nation cheering him on. He didn't do it for charity, he did it because he's a lunatic. That
is crazy. Do you not have a banging headache after it?
Oh, he slept, we didn't see him for a good 2 days after that.
Jesus, but, fair play.
So feeling you in that picture, which is absolutely
so
deadly.
If you want to drop myself or even Lawrence a message and just let us know what picture, and we'll definitely get that sorted and sent. Is he in Ireland or?
He's in Ireland. Yeah, he's in Dublin. So,
or even I'm up in Dublin on the 10th of September. Call over to the racing.
That'd be an idea for sure. I want to just go back to the Sim Racing Expo jersey.
Yeah.
So this Expo is on in October. And I'm wearing this jersey right now.
It's so colourful, it's nice.
We're designing the one for this year's Expo. And I have one final surprise for you. We're going to have your logo on the jersey as well. People in the community will be able to buy the jersey. We'll have my sponsors on there. The coolest thing about the jersey, and the most special thing about the jersey, is that the people who financially support the channel, their names are on the jersey.
That's crazy.
And those people
must be legends, pink and blue. I don't think it's going to go to extent now.
Sponsored to do you ship to the United States? Yes, you can get these in the United States as well. Does it come with the sync? So that is pretty damn cool.
That's crazy.
So
That's unreal.
on there as well.
Definitely.
And the Potato Nation is also going to sponsor one for you in your size, so that you have a memory of this.
This is going to be like, I won't even have to have anything to remember this. This is just going to be a memory forever, because all the people I have, like even on socials, in person, people support me nowadays. It's all either sim racers or someone that has a connection with the Potato Nation family. Like it's in, like, I will never, like ever in my career, even if I don't go further, or as I said before, or even go further, I'll never forget this. It's something I'll never forget.
We won't either. And no matter what happens, if you do decide next year that you give it your best shot and that's it, we're happy. There are no expectations from us. As I say, if you were a 50-year-old trying to do this as a hobby, we would still be supporting you, and that 50-year-old would be sitting there. It just so happened that you were in the right place at the right time. And
I think that's like a lot of things in motorsport. Like it's a lot of things. A lot of people are like, oh, what are you going to do next year? What's your end goal? Like, are you going to make F1? Are you make F2? Some people ask silly and real questions. But it's nothing's a silly question. It's just kind of like, you have to be in the right place at the right time. That's always my answer. I get the question a lot, are you going to go to F2? Are you going to go to GT? I can't answer where I'll go or where I'll end up, because you just have to be at the right place at the right time, unfortunately. Hopefully I will be, but you just have to keep going and pushing hard and putting the hard work in.
Yeah, and that was how it all came about, was you put in work that,
because actually when I put that poster in Super Value, a lot of people were saying to me, why would you put that in there? That's not going to do anything. That's a grocery store, that's not going to do anything. So I put it in, I was like, it's worth a try. Like, there's a few things there. I put one in, I gave it to my driving instructor, actually, Jason. He helps me out a lot as well. But he put one in Centra in over by Model Farm Road, and people were messaging my dad being like, oh, there's a poster of Kayls in Centra, and then yourself saw one in Super Value. So the people that said it wouldn't work, it has worked a hell of a lot, and like people have got in touch with me. And then the cafe I work in, Model Farm Road, it's called Beantown. People from Cork would probably know it very well. It's probably one of the busiest cafes in Cork. I work there at the moment, and I have like a little poster on the top shelf, where the till is. And people come up and they're looking, they're like, is that her? Is that her? And I'm like, yeah, it's me. And they they're so interested in motorsport. They might not be interested. They're like, oh, what's that? And you normally get the moms and the dads and the families and the young kids and the older kids coming in, and they always ask about it. So I think it was an idea I had in my head. I said, look, it might work, it might not. There's, it doesn't cost anything to put it there. So I just put it there and seeing how it went. And it's not only yourselves as Potato Nation, you've done the most work out of them posters and in the most help and the most support. But I even got like, a sponsor out of the one I had in the cafe. And, I get so many little things from these little posters that people said I wouldn't get out of it. But I went with my gut, and it's worked out, very well.
Yeah. Someone in the chat said, luck is where preparation meets opportunity. And it's totally true. True. A lot of people like tipping you for F1. I think they're
I honestly wish. I wish.
Most of these people have never seen you even drive. They kind of believe that you're quick. But I think that people, and you guys in the chat will agree with me here, like it's a pleasure talking to Kayls, and we are gonna start wrapping up the stream now, because it's been a hell of a roller coaster tonight. We've achieved a hell of a lot.
Yeah, you've achieved to make me cry. That's one thing.
If you want, the Sim Racing Expo is in Dortmund in October, Ewan. If you guys want to get like the last couple of questions in, if there are questions that we've missed or whatever.
Yeah, just even if there's questions that we missed on the stream, because they're going so quick, I couldn't see them, and I'll answer them away.
Yeah. So let's have a quick mental recap, right? Because a lot happened. We introduced you introduced yourself. What did we do? Oh yeah, we showed your car in Assetto Corsa, your livery on the car and everything. Your race suit and your helmet, which was all really, really cool. Then we showed you that Abruzzi gave you a full FIA certified gloves.
That's crazy.
They are being designed and printed at the moment. The print will be sent over to us so we can approve it. And if there are any particular logos that you want on there, we can arrange that. So they are customizable. And they are worth a fortune. They're expensive
crazy.
gloves because they are obviously FIA certified and everything. You can drive with them. They pass all scrutiny and all that. SimForge with the insane set of pedals.
That's the gloves blew my mind, but that's completely blew it out of the ocean. That's crazy.
Yeah, completely bonkers. And they're a gorgeous set of pedals, and they're actually really good. So that's class. And then of course we had the rig by Simhound in your car colors.
That's absolutely insane.
Bonkers.
I honestly have no words. No words. I don't know what to say. It's crazy. It's just insane.
Have you met James Dean or the Shanahans or even Flo?
I have met James Dean. I have met the Shanahans. They actually only live about 20 minutes from myself, so I have witnessed them race, and I have witnessed them on track and off track. So yeah, no, they're a lovely bunch of lads, good drivers. And as I said, even the Shanahans, and I wouldn't know James Dean as much as the Shanahans, but they've put a lot of work to where they are now. They came from family as well, so they're a good bunch of lads. Thank you, Tony.
That's class, lads. I'm absolutely buzzing.
I'm not gonna be able to sleep tonight. I work at 6:30.
Oh, no way.
I'm not gonna be able to sleep tonight. This is just crazy.
My kids will probably wake around that time. But have you met Jimmy Broadbent? Do you know who?
I do.
Jimmy
Yeah,
Broadbent,
no, I would be a huge fan of Jimmy. Like, I've watched him. Since I started in 2019, I started following him a bit. But I'd be a huge fan. I've never met him. I'd love to get the chance to meet him. He shared our thing, didn't he? On thing. I actually sent him a message on Instagram. But he's such a big following, he probably didn't see it.
Yeah, that was nuts. So like the videos that I did, where we kind of announced that this was all happening with Kayls and that the fundraiser was raising loads of money. He retweeted it, and he had a comment about it as well. He's like, love to see this kind of thing, and lots of big channels, like channels that are 10 times the size of this channel.
But even people from like America and everything were like, messaging me being like, well done, and people that would have a huge background, and I was just, my mind was blown.
Yeah. No, it's crazy, and you are going home with €4,010 as well.
That's insane.
Thank you for playing the game.
That's crazy.
You're our biggest winner to date.
Jesus.
How did you come up with the color scheme for your car?
So when I was karting, I always was a fan of pink. So my first go-kart was a Cosmic, and their colors are pink and purple. I was always a fan of pink on a race car. I just thought it stood out, and it was a nice car color on the car. So even when I went on the Mad Croc chassis, the Mad Croc colors are white, grey and orange, but I actually changed mine to white, grey and pink. So any, like, where the orange was, I put pink instead. So the kind of pink tradition just started off then, really. I just kind of always loved the colour pink. And then blue, I think the blue and the pink kind of contrast with each other. They really brighten up the car, and I think they suit each other really well. So I think that's where the blue came from. But yeah, no, it was just kind of like a personal preference, really. I just kind of always had a fan color for the pink, and then the blue kind of suited it well then, so it was nice.
Trying to bring up a photo of your car here.
Potato.
that was one that Gav did, actually, when the idea came up of let's get our sticker on the car.
Yeah, so one of the stickers is I have them being printed at the moment, so they'll be ready for Silverstone this weekend. So one of them's going to be on the front there, where the red, I don't know if you can get it there. Yeah, where the red Monoposto sticker is up the top, so you can properly see it. And then one is going to be at the back then, so you can properly see it. We're thinking actually putting one on the side as well, where where the black sticker at the side there is, where the Donald wearing. Yeah. Thinking of putting one there would be cool. I think the front is really good as well. just above where the 73 is, my number on the front of the car. It'd be good to have it there because it would stand out a lot, and you could get a cool picture like that.
Deadly, absolutely class, lads. I don't know about you, but I am like just full of
Yeah,
motivation.
I'm not going to sleep tonight now. It's just kind of like, it's just keep going.
We're going to be known at Silverstone.
How is everyone? Sorry I'm late.
Simrace City, thank you so much for joining. Simrace City is our channel, our main channel sponsor.
Hi.
Their logo's actually on
yeah,
the screen.
I just seen
it
there.
So !SRC in the chat, guys. And that reminds me to give a big shout out to everybody. Kayls is gone just for now. This is, can you buy them? Can you buy the stickers? F4 Motorsport, well, we need to do a run of stickers. A lot of people have been asking for stickers. Huge shout out to SRC, simracecity.com. Coach Dave Academy, supply setups for iRacing and for ACC. SimStaff do staffing for events and live streaming online. Digitalmotorsports.com, a huge European-based supplier of sim racing hardware. You missed Blaze Crawford tonight. Oh, yeah, I would have loved to race tonight. I really wanted to do this though, so this was a great opportunity to do this. And Crazy Heart, we are going to set up a section in. I don't know what's happening there. We reached our sub goal. Is it? I don't know what we reached something. One thing that I wanted to say to you as well, Kayls, I've been trying to kind of get you into Discord, and you're gonna get used to it at some stage. You're gonna start using it. T-Hammer. And you know what? The person whose voice that is actually like a YouTube channel who's way bigger than my channel, but like they love the whole potato thing.
Or like people like when we say like 3. Like along.
And you've probably heard another one as well.
Thank you.
Thanks so much, Epic. You've probably heard the other one, Welcome to the Potato Zone.
Yeah. That's
another YouTuber who has a way bigger channel than I do, but they just love the whole Potato Nation thing. Yeah, everyone wants you to join our Discord. When you do join our Discord, because you will at some stage, you will be able to give live updates or link to your social media or whatever in there. We will be able to have a dedicated channel where you can put your schedule once, and anybody in the Potato Nation can just go to that section and see your schedule at all times. They can see when you're racing and stuff, and people can discuss your racing there because we really want to, I guess, like be part of your journey for longer term. This is not the end of this. You don't even have your sim rig yet, and we want to have another something like this maybe in the future where we can see, well, has the sim actually made a difference?
Definitely.
Has the money made a difference? And all of that, you know, we're gonna see what happens. Not hearing them, not hearing the notification sounds. Yeah, it's probably something to do with my. Can you guys hear the music? Do you guys hear the music? I don't know. It's probably something with the sound. We hear the music just
Make
fine.
sure Kayls gets a round wheel if you want her in the dirt rally too.
Oh, there's no music either. That's such a shame. The music is class. All right. So yeah, there's something with the sound. But look, as far as sound issues go, that's not the worst. Yeah.
It's been
that's about it. Any
night.
last things that you want to say to people, Kayls?
First of all, I'd like to thank yourself, Lawrence. You know, you've been an absolute huge help in my career, and you know, anyone I talk to now, I'm like, you know, this guy has helped me huge this year. You know, I think everyone in the chat, you know, I think we should give a round of applause to Lawrence for, you know, starting this whole thing with his team, Potato Nation. You know, Potato Nation, you've been absolutely amazing, and I wouldn't be doing as much racing, testing, and have them tires to continue to race if it wasn't for all of you, you know, coming up and helping. So I really, really appreciate all your help, Lawrence, Potato Nation, everyone that's donated, all the people that have helped me so far. But yeah, no, it's so appreciated, and you don't understand how much it means to me. The tears probably showed enough, to be honest. So yeah, well done to everyone. Thank you so much.
I'm just gonna give the chat a yes, boy. The coolest thing ever.
Oh, they're all
Proud
trying to
be a
get you to
sport.
cry.
I'm all right. No, I need to win it. The last time I cried on stream was when I won a
Oh,
championship.
really?
Actually, there were some sad reasons to cry. We lost some members of our community and stuff. Yeah, but the happy cries was the last time was a championship. Can't believe you're not hearing all those sounds. So when we're waiting for the thing to speak, they're not even hearing
Oh,
that.
okay.
So 54-year-old fan on the other side of the pond. Thank you so much, T Hammer. All right, let's go to the end credits. And just want to try one thing here because the end credits won't work without sound. Won't work properly anyway. So let's hear.
Love this community. I love it too.
How about now? Do you guys hear music now? Is there music now? We're gonna like if there is music now, we're gonna have to
Total banger.
I can't believe that was it. That was all.
We have sound.
We have sound in the background now. Look. Yeah, better late than never. Let's end it with a banger of a tune. So here we go.
Also, if you ever want, I'm racing this weekend, so obviously you know, so I'll have stuff on my socials letting you know how I'm getting on. And definitely if any of you are in Ireland or if any of you aren't in Ireland and would like to come over for a weekend, definitely think of the 10th of September for the Leinster Trophy. It's supposed to be a huge weekend and it's really good. But I'm on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, so you can follow me there and see any updates anyway.
Deadly. End of the stream incoming. Let's they get all the noise now. Here we go. Love this tune. Total banger. The lads go nuts for this one, so we'll give it a bit of volume. Guys, thank you all so much. This has been an insane stream. Really enjoyed it. Kayls has been great.
Absolutely loved it. It was amazing. It was so great to get to talk to everyone as well. Like, not physically, but hopefully that will be coming soon. But yeah, no, I'd love to do this again. It was crazy. It was good.
We'll pencil this in again. And it'll be class. Subscriptions from Tatiago, Peak Performance Reviews, T Hammer, Epicfatlip, Milex, Cuyar, Canry Hevel, Flea McBaggins, it's Chris, William O, TugboatTony, Naxalar, Pingu, Phelan Pritchard Gaming, epicfatlip with 150 bits, super chats from Boosted Motorsports, Evan, Flea McBaggins, Canry Hevel, and TugboatTony. Lads, the chat and everything was completely
it's gone crazy
lit tonight. It was nuts. And new followers, Shamilton44, F4 Motorsport. Thank you all so much. Random call sign in the house. Random call sign is the one who does the potato.
Oh, potato.
so and it's awesome. One of the things that happens on here, which is always great, is a lot of these bigger YouTubers, they make the time to come in, say hi to everyone. They can't always stay around or whatever.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna start this track again, and we're gonna leave it at that. We're gonna mute our mics, and thanks everyone for watching.
Thank you so much.
Chat to you all later. Here we go.